I'm Tal, one of the producers of the Nova Festival. We were raising awareness about environmental issues, climate change, that sort of thing. It was something that we thought was really important to bring to Israel. And what is better than music?
I'm Asaf Oren from Kibbutz Gan Shmuel outside of Tel Aviv. I write my own music, but my friend Bar, he's a DJ, and he's the real artist between us. The funny thing is I didn't get tickets to this festival till like 3 days beforehand. It took a lot of convincing from my friends to get me here. See, Nova was an approved festival, and I'm more used to underground stuff, you know? But my friend Bar was playing, so of course.
My name is Shani. I stopped at a friend's house in Beersheba to get ready for the show. You know, glitter, fun stuff. There were 4 of us. We took so many pictures.
Hi, I'm Isaac. My girlfriend Lali and I had gone to the festival to celebrate my birthday. I was giving massages at the festival that day.
Shalom. Hello. My name is Zaki Mizrahi. I was born here in Moshav Patish, about 8 kilometers from Gaza. October 6th, well, I worked for Coca-Cola. I got up, I went to work, I did my job, nothing unusual. I did get home early to help my wife prepare dinner, because this wasn't just any Shabbat. It's Simchat Torah.
I'm Itamar, a detective in the border police. I'm from Ofakim, 20 kilometers from Gaza. It's Simchat Torah. I was wearing a white shirt, white pants, white shoes. Everyone wears white for Simchat Torah.
My name is Michal Bilia. I am also from Ofakim. I always cook for Shabbat, and that Friday I made cholent. Delicious, the kids love it. I have 4 boys. On Friday, just 2 of them showed up, Guy and his wife Michal with their 4 little ones, and Ariel and his wife Shoshana, who have 2.
My name is Hadass Elon, and we're from Netanya, but my family is in Kfar Aza, and on October 6th, we went there for Simchas Torah.
I'm her daughter, Mika. I'm 15, and I don't want to talk about this. I'm just going to listen.
That's fine. Anyway, we went to my brother Tal's house. We had a very nice evening. We had a very nice dinner with all the family there. We talked about my brother's rice, because everybody loves his rice. It's really the simplest food, but
He makes great rice.
Yeah, all the kids love it.
He told us his secret recipe because he says everyone has a special food that people talk about, a food they are known for, that people bring up at their funerals, and he was like, I don't want to be remembered for this rice.
Ayelet. I also live in Kibbutz Kfar Aza. Erev Shabbat, we had the whole family together. It was so nice. Me and my husband Kachko, probably every night we would just sit and talk about what we've gone through, what a strong family we have, how lucky we are. Wow, we have such a wonderful life. We met at a youth movement. It's called Hanoal Ha'oved V'Halomed. We shared ideas, we talked about education, socialism, and he was the love of my life, really. How lucky are we that after 40 years, we still love each other so much.
My name is Michael Zilberman. My daughter Rachel makes jewelry. She also works the stock market. We didn't imagine this, you know? And then we found out she was making very good money. She was traveling all over the world and making plans to buy her own apartment. She was only 25 years old.
My friend Ilya, he's from Tel Aviv. He works in cybersecurity. We were supposed to ride with Rachel that day, but we got into a different car. We showed up at the parking lot at around 6 a.m. and ran into a group of friends who asked us to stay, to party, you know? We did. But 30 seconds later, it all started. Hundreds of missiles, literally hundreds, just kept exploding. Some thought that it was coming from the festival.
Flashes of light and explosions, and then I said, wow, like, I thought it was fireworks.
At first, when we saw the paragliders, we thought they were Israelis. We waved at them. I think that they knew that if they shot from the air, the people on the ground would start to run away. And then we realized rockets were falling. One after the other, explosion after explosion, people just started running to find a place to hide somewhere, anywhere.
Saturday morning, I was getting ready for synagogue, and around 6:10, I started hearing noises that sounded like thunder. I thought, oh, is there a storm coming? And I looked out the window, nothing. But the sounds of the thunder kept coming.
When I heard the alarms, I took the children and I put them in the safe room downstairs. I got my pistol and I went outside.
We woke up at 6:30. It's not a siren, is it? It's called the color red.
It's a code red.
Yes, a code red.
It basically means that we have 15 seconds to find a shelter.
We can see Gaza from the kibbutz. It's less than 2 kilometers away.
Kochko had a hobby, jeep trips in the desert. I didn't like it at all. That day, he went at 6:25. I was asleep. At 6:37, he called me, and he told me we were under attack. Missiles. I asked him, where are you? He said, nearby. I said, don't come back. But I knew he was coming back. He was probably the first person in the kibbutz to be killed.
I'm Denis Denishov. I'm a soldier. On October 7, I was back at home on leave. I was taking my dog for a walk when around 6:45 we heard the sirens, so I went home. Then I heard gunshots near my house in Ofakim. It sounded like combat in the city. I ran from my house towards the gunshots.
We live up north. It was Shabbat, Saturday morning, and we woke up around 8:30 in the morning, and that's when I saw a text from Rachel. She had sent it around 6:51. Bombs. They are bombing us. We are trying to escape. And that was it. Nothing else. At about 10 o'clock in the morning, I opened up my phone and went to the Telegram app and went to the Hamas-run propaganda channel, and I saw a video of her, Rachel. I saw a video of my daughter. She was wounded here on the side under her arm, and there was a hole. I'm a battle medic in the Army. And I know if they don't get to her in the next hour and a half, something like that,
I see a man and a young woman, and the terrorists are shooting at them. I feel helpless. They have automatic rifles. They're about 40 meters away. I have a pistol. For a pistol, you have to be about 15 meters away. So I decide to shoot 2 bullets in their direction to draw their fire, keep them from shooting the couple. And I shoot 2 bullets, and I can't believe it. I shoot one of the terrorists in the leg. He starts spraying gunshots at me, so many that the leaves in the trees start falling on me as I run away.
Daniela, my wife, she woke up the children and we went to the safe room. Now, normally, because we're religious, we don't turn on our televisions or phones during Shabbat, but we did. We put on the TV and we saw the news about a terrorist invasion into our area. I opened my phone and I saw a message asking if anyone was available to go and rescue partygoers who had escaped from the Nova Festival, about 5-6 kilometers away. Anyone who's available should take their car and go.
We thought it was right here in the next orchard.
David, my next door neighbor, and I, we decided we would go. Now, I knew the way because Coca-Cola was one of the festival sponsors. And we made it out to the other side of the moshav, to the fields. And we saw the first group of people. We stuffed 8-9 kids into a car that barely seats 6. They were upset, but not injured. But they couldn't understand why no one was there to protect them. No army, no police.
We didn't realize how massive it was, how deep in he would have to go.
I drove as fast as I could, several rounds. each time going deeper and deeper into the zone where the terrorists were.
My name is Yasmin. I'm a doctor at the Soroka University Medical Center in Beersheba. That morning, one of the orderlies came to me. This was before I saw anything. And their eyes were in shock. And he tells me, "You would not believe what people are coming in with." That morning, there were 6 kids that we attended to in the beginning.
I saw a woman in the middle of the street. She'd been shot. I ran over to her, picked her up, dragged her behind a car. When I looked up, I saw a terrorist coming towards me. I aimed my gun. Atzo! Atzo! He started shooting. We exchanged a volley of fire. He ran down an alley, turns, shoots, hits me in my right leg. I fall. We exchange another volley of fire. He hits my left leg. My leg stopped functioning. Then another shot from behind, my left shoulder. I fire back. Another shot hits my head. I drop to the ground and faint. No pain. I don't feel anything.
We hear the front door open, and the terrorists are in the house. Ariel opens a window. Shoshana jumps first, taking the girls with her. Then Guy takes the boys. Ariel drops his son out the window to Guy and goes back to get the baby. Then I go. But my leg gets stuck in the window, and I see a terrorist down below. He aims at me, and then his weapon jams. I wasn't scared. How can I explain this? I cannot really relate to him as a human. It's a thing that came to kill. I know he is dangerous, but the fear was not there. He doesn't deserve my fear.
My mom called. "Everything's fine. I'll be home in 20 minutes. I hang up, and then a friend of mine called. I told her I'm in the Gaza envelope, and she tells me, "Be careful, there are terrorists."
I got a phone call about a couple who had been hiding for hours. I texted them. I said, "Send me your location." But when I got there, I couldn't find them. So, well, I started doing donuts so that they would see the cloud of dust and come to us, and they did. We found them, and we brought them back to our home. And then David says to me, now, can we stay here, please? I said, no, they need me to find more people. I must help. We didn't even have a weapon. Hashem protected us.
The young people he brought back were under tremendous stress. They would jump at the slightest sound. And one of the young men, he asked me if my husband was the one with the kippah. He couldn't believe that someone who observed Shabbat would come and save them on a Saturday.
Yes, it's true I broke Shabbat. But it was to save people. It's the most important thing in Judaism, to save a life. The most holy thing.
When they left us on Saturday, they said somebody would be back to rescue us in an hour. It took 15. On Sunday, a little bit before noon, somebody tried to open the door, but we held it tight. And then about 20 minutes later, the soldiers came to rescue us. And they said they had to clear the house, and it turns out there were 2 terrorists still in the house. There was shooting, then a knock, then we ran out, and the soldiers were outside, and they took us to another house just a little bit further away to another safe room. They explained they needed to evacuate, destroy my mom's house.
The terrorists were still alive somehow. They had to kill them.
They blew it up, shooting it from a helicopter.
And a tank.
Here in Ofakim, 48 people died. They took no hostages. 16 terrorists arrived in 2 trucks. We killed all 16. Now, I'm just one story. But I did what I needed to do. And God was with me all the time. All the time. All the time. He's using my body like a shield. He's playing with me. God, he plays with me. Go here, go there. When I visit the houses of families who lost loved ones that day, and me without a bullet, without a scratch, I don't know how to feel.
Rachel was the happiest person in the world. She was dancing, and someone they just killed her right in the middle of the dance, in the middle of life. I used to always say that we have the strongest army in the world, and we live in the best place in the world. And on the 7th of October, we found out that it's not real.
I'm grateful I'm alive. I get another chance at life. When I was serving in the Army, I had been a combat medic. I need to take care of people, to treat people. So like a week after I re-enlisted, my mom didn't really want to let me go, but like the guilt was so big because that day I couldn't take care of people at that time. So I felt I had to go and just help and treat people who need it. Oh, and I have started to keep Shabbat. I'm not there yet, I'm not religious, but I found faith. My faith. I think God was with me that day. I came out alive. That whole day, I felt that there was something surrounding me that was protecting me.
I'm Muslim, but I'm not going to talk about Islam because what happened that day was not part of Islam. It was not part of any religious activity. Evil has no religion. And these people are not our fellow Arabs. These people I have nothing in common with. These people are terrorists. That day on October 7th, I learned something about this division. That this division is it's not a division between Jews or Arabs. It's not a division between Israelis and Palestinians. It's not Israel and Hamas. This is a division between people who believe violence is the answer and those who stand for kindness, humanity, goodness, and peace. That is the division.
I was very idealistic growing up. I thought Muslims, of course, there are some fanatics. We also have fanatics on our side. But mostly I thought people just want to live in peace and quiet. In 2005, Israel pulled all the settlements from Gaza. We left behind big greenhouses for the Palestinians. And less than a day after Israel left, they took the iron arches from the greenhouses and made missiles out of them. And I said to my husband, we need to remember that. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe they don't want to live in peace.
We left the safe house after 35 hours, and we were tired and hungry and traumatized. And then to find out we lost Tal, it was a lot to digest. I feel I need to process the trauma in order to fully understand that my brother has died. I had a dream about him the other day. He's lying on the couch reading the newspaper, and I'm like, what are you doing here? Are you dead or alive? How come you're here? And he's cracking up. He's like, I'm a hologram. I can be anywhere I want.
It's hard to talk about him as a dead person. He's probably looking down and making fun of us for being so mushy.
My girlfriend Lali, she's taking it hard. We're struggling every day just to heal and to understand what happened, to move on. It's not so easy to move on from something like this because everything that you used to do is gone in an instant. Like that, everything is shattered, broken down. But we're trying to find ourselves again, but we buried a lot of friends. I buried 40 or 50 people, friends. What was normal then, it's not normal now. I hope I'll be able to find a place again to settle because I don't know what my life is going to be like now still. Everything that Everything that I knew, it died on October 7th.
Zaki did what he had to do. We don't have to know someone in order to save their life. We hear the call and we respond. It's in our DNA, our Jewish DNA, and especially the DNA of the people of this moshav.
Well, about those people who did that thing, well, I can't call them people. I don't know how to call them. I don't know. Because they are so full of hate that it is not something that I can imagine. Especially those who sent them. They take care of themselves and they keep themselves safe. And then they send those whom they've fueled with so much hate and anger. They poisoned them. They fueled them with poison. But no, I cannot precisely explain how I feel about them.
I think from the moment they are born, Hamas terrorists are raised into this kind of hate. They don't know anything else. This is how they were brought up. Their entire goal was to kill as many as possible, to kill Jews. I could never, even in my wildest dreams, imagine the terrorists could come from Gaza into Israel. Sometimes you feel like you just have to do something. It's impossible to explain, but you just do what you need to do. You put on a uniform, you run to where you need to be, and you do it.
There are heroes in Ofakim. They came out of their houses to the streets and got killed while defending us. They stopped them with their own bodies. Everybody should know that here in Ofakim, we help each other. We don't hate. We are here forever, for eternity. They should go, not us. Abraham, our forefather, promised this country to the Jewish people. This is the promised land for the people of Yisrael.
The DJ, Bar, was my best friend. We've known each other since high school. We did everything together. He was the only guy that I could really enjoy on the dance floor. We never really had to say much to each other, you know. We would just exchange eye contact and we knew what each other was thinking. It was a truly unique connection. Like cosmic, you know? He raised me. I admire him. And I try to be more like him in my life.
The hardest day of my life was the 8th. Because instead of doing a tour, you know, we usually do tours of performances, we did tours of funerals. I went to about 3 funerals a day. I think the worst part was that I lost faith in humankind that day. I've always believed in peace and love. The dance community is so amazing. Most people don't care where you come from or who you were before. I don't think that this is a war between 2 countries or 2 governments or whatever. This is a war between love and hate. Hamas are just dark creatures. That's what they are, like, for real. When you take off their masks, they're just dark, dark creatures. But I believe that my tribe, the tribe that I'm a part of, and the tribe of Nova, we are the tribe of light. It's true. We were hit very, very hard by the darkness. But we will dance again.
Close your eyes. Faded lights of you for your imagination. Are you living for tomorrow?